Hi everyone, I'm Jilly from Laralu Clay. I make polymer clay earrings, cutters and stamps. So today I'm going to show you how to 3D print a polymer clay cutter, so stay tuned to follow along the process with me. Before I begin, I'll show you the 3D printers that I use and the materials. So on this side we have the Creality Ender 3 and on this side the Flash Forge Adventurer 3. The Ender 3 requires you to assemble it completely from scratch, which really isn't easy. However, it's a fantastic printer. It has a huge fan base across the world and there are many online support groups which I find really helpful. The Adventurer 3 comes ready assembled. All you have to do is plug in and go, which makes it a fantastic choice for beginners. The materials, I use this brand here called Polymer. It's made by the manufacturer Polymer and I buy all of my materials from a Essex-based company called 3D Filiprint. Polymer clay cutters are made with a thread like this called PLA. What makes Polymer special is that it's slightly more environmentally friendly because it's made from a bioplastic-based filament that is 100% biodegradable. The spools are made from 100% recycled cardboard and for every spool that Polymer sell, they'll plant a tree. It also comes in lots of really lovely colours. So today I'm going to print for you a mint green cutter and I'm going to use the Flash Forge Adventurer 3 because it has an inbuilt camera, which means I can show you the cutter printing in fast motion, which I'll show you at the end of this tutorial. To make a polymer clay cutter, in simple terms, you're basically converting a drawing of the shape you want to cut into a 3D file or code that your printer can read. And there are a few different ways you can do that drawing. On traditional pen and paper, on a tablet or a device using apps such as Sketchbook or Procreate, you can draw straight onto your 3D design software, like here in Fusion 360, where I'm tracing around a photo of my daughter's teddy bear. And if you're not confident with drawing, you can also download files from the internet, provided you have the appropriate rights needed for them. When using a sketch from your tablet or an image from the internet, these need to be converted into a vector outline, which can be done in software like this called Inkscape. There are many tutorials online that show you how to use Inkscape. So for today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a cutter by using the sketch function within Fusion 360. So glasses on and I'll take you to my computer screen. So this is the software Fusion 360. There are some options over here on the right where you can import images, be it a photo to trace around, an SVG or a DXF sketch. But to create a sketch from scratch, you click over here on the left on Create a Sketch, then click on this box to select your plane. I'm going to make a 2 cm flower, so I start by drawing a 2 cm vertical line, and I then follow this with a 2 cm horizontal line going through the middle. At the end of each line will be the petal, and I want the flower to have 8 petals, so dividing 360 degrees by 8 gives us 45 degrees. So I then draw the remaining 4 lines at 45-degree angles. I will quickly delete these dimensions to tidy up the image. There we go. So next, to create the petal shape, I will draw a circle at the end of each line, say 6 mm. I then go around drawing the same circle on every line. You can also use the mirror function for this, however I find it quick and easy just to draw each one individually. Et voila, here is our flower. Of course, we only want the outline of the shape, so we need to remove all the internal lines. So fast forward and here we go. Here is our flower shape. Next, we convert this to a 3D shape, so I'm going to show you 2 options. The left will have a tapered wall and on the right we will have a stepped wall. We want to offset this image, which means adding a line around the shape. So on the left I've added 1 line and on the right I'm going to add 3 lines. We then need to extrude the gap between those lines, which is what creates the 3D element. We do this at an angle for the tapered wall, and on the right we do this 3 times at different heights to create the stepped wall effect. Now every cutter maker will have their own formula of what dimensions they use, so without giving too much away, if I click my fingers, this is how my cutters look. So now these images are ready to slice. A slicer is a software that converts your 3D image into a code that your printer can read. There are a few I use, but today I'll show you this software called Cura. So first you import your 3D object, then to slice your image you have a wealth of settings to choose from, such as layer height, wall thickness, temperature, all of which will affect the quality of our print. Once sliced, we can see a preview of all of the layers within our object. And when we're happy with how it looks, off we go to print. So here is an extremely fast video of our cutters being printed on the FlashForge Adventurer 3 printer. In real life it's not this quick. Cutters can take between 30 minutes for a stud size earring to up to 3 hours for a coaster size cutter. And here we are. You can print one at a time or many in one go like we did just now. And finally, here's a demo of the cutters in use, showing how clean the cut can be when using a cutter that's sharp enough. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you want to know any more about the other methods I've mentioned, such as how to create a cutter using a hand-drawn sketch or using a photo of an object, then please get in touch over on Laralu Clay. I'd be happy to answer any questions or give further demos. Thank you.